Welcome back to episode 4 of What You Should and Should Not Do, part 2. You know, again, this one's not going to be too long because if you own a law firm or you're the partner at a law firm and your client tells you things, you should do your due diligence to make sure that what your clients told you, sorry, what your clients told you was the truth. So if they said, for example, that she didn't complete her PIP, the first thing that you should do is request email, documentation, write ups. Because if I was put on a performance improvement plan, surely that wasn't the first thing that you did in terms of taking disciplinary action towards her, was it? Surely, if you felt that she had to be put on a 30-day PIP, that means that you needed things fixed pronto and that she wasn't doing her job. So there should be plenty of documentation of you talking to her about how she wasn't doing her job. So Miss Kimberly and Miss Melissa should be able to supply to you plenty of documentation that me, Andrea, was not doing my job. And it should be dated, it should be on letterhead, it should have all kinds of things that make it look like a professional document. And if it's an email, it should look like an email. But unless I did something super crazy, there should also be a trail of write ups that was like, okay, here was the first write up and why. Here was the second write up and why. And here's what happened. And that is why we put her on a performance improvement plan. Surely, if you are working for a big time law firm representing a professional basketball team, you would request those things, right? And wouldn't you start to think that this is looking suspicious when they can't hand those things over to you? And then I think at some point in time, they tried to say that I got put on an expedited PIP because I was yelling at Jessica. And at some point in time, it turned into I physically assaulted her. Where's the documentation that says I did that? Where's the videotape that shows that? Because that's a very serious accusation. And if you did a thorough investigation, surely there should be all types of footage from all types of angles from this professional basketball arena showing me assault someone, right? Have you seen anything like that yet in the 3 years? Sorry, I'm not going to talk more about that because I don't know. But the current law firm, have you seen anything like that? Have they been able to provide footage of me assaulting anybody? And forget physically, verbally? No, I didn't think so. Because that's not actually what happened. And it's crazy to me that people can, in these roles, can make up these types of lies and still be employed and not lose their jobs and even get raises and promotions. That's wild stuff to me. But I know if I owned a law firm or I was a partner at a big law firm representing a professional basketball team, I would start to piece together that like some of this information is just not adding up. So where are the write-ups? Where's the video recordings? Where's the thorough investigation that you did? And if you can't provide those things, why are you wasting 3 years and trying to delay trial at every stop, at every chance that you get? Now, for me, this isn't about money. I don't need a settlement from these people. And I wouldn't accept a settlement right now without a fucking public apology at this point in time because of all the lies that they've told about me, trying to ruin my career. And as soon as I get confirmation that they started tampering with my job at my next workplace, I'll be talking more about that too. Let's hope I don't get that documentation and confirmation. For you anyway. I mean, for me, it would just confirm what I believe. But for you, that might be bad too. Because some of these things are illegal. And with all these lawyers involved and the Attorney General's office involved, it's crazy to me how nobody could tell anybody that what they were doing is wrong. So I guess I'll be the person to say that and wrap this video up with, between all of you, what you did was wrong and you really should do better. I guess you can't though, huh?